how about I show you how to make this? Is that a thumbs up? Yes, I got 14 thumbs up or hearts or something. So let me show you how to do this fun little number right here. So this is pattern by PlumEasy Designs, and they do these patterns in different sizes. So I'm doing the folded hot pad, and this finishes at 8 inches. When you buy the pattern, it comes with one template, and the template stays inside your hot pad. It's inside here. So if you want to make more than the one, you can just buy the refills. You don't have to buy the pattern again. Excuse me. So they're going to come like this. Now, they also have this. This is a 17-inch table topper. Okay, I can't hold it flat because the glare gets right in the way. So I'm going to move it like that. That's a 17-inch table topper made the same way, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. This is a 17-inch table topper as well. And this one you have something fancy right in the middle. See it right there? That has embroidery. This was fussy cut. This has some fun fabric in the middle. So you're not actually bringing it all the way to the middle. And then these are the little pin cushions right there. I just got these back in because we sold out of them this weekend and they just came back in. These have the little pin cushions right there. And again, it comes with one template on the inside. And then if you want to make more, you can buy the refill packs. So let me show you how to do this. I'm showing them how to make these right here. I have an audience. Yay. Okay. So looking at this pattern right here, it's going to tell you everything you need to know for cutting. And we're working with squares, okay? Because we're going to be doing prairie points. And if you've never heard of a prairie point, I'm going to show you what they are. But it also shows you right here how to fold your prairie points. Then on your template right here, it gives you your layout instructions, so to speak. So you see where it says center square, and then right here it says layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, and layer 4. That's because that's where I'm going to line up my fabric edges so that they all come out straight. So let's get started. What I'm going to show you first is that you are going to cut according to your instructions. With your first fabric, you are going to cut a 2-inch square, and you're going to cut 4 3.5-inch squares. Your 2-inch square is going to get, I'm going to move this down, is going to get glued right here in the middle. And when I say glue, you're not gluing the whole thing. I use the Roxanne's basting glue because all I have to do is put a dot, 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 dot. So this is the basting glue, and I use that. Then we're going to make 4 prairie points. A prairie point is simply a square. Let me open it. Just like this, you take a square, you fold it in half so that it makes a rectangle, right? You fold down one corner to the middle, the other corner to the middle, and you get a really nice tight meeting of the sides right here. And here is your little prairie point, okay? It's got a little opening right here. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. That looks better, doesn't it? So I folded down one side and the other side after I made a rectangle out of the square. So with this, now I'm going to start lining up. I'm going to follow what I just did here and layer the edge, my straight edge right here with where it says layer 1. So I will come in and I will put 3 dots of glue, 1, 2, 3 right here. And I'm going to set it right here, layering it against that number 1 edge, okay, where it says number 1. Now, how I've done this, I have also stayed in the lines. I gotta find the trusty chopstick. Okay, so you see these lines right here and right here. and here. That helps me line up so I know how far to go into the center. And right here where it says layer 1, right there, I can see that that's where I have to put the edge of my prairie point. So I've lined up this line right here, okay, with this middle part, and I have the edges right here. So I'm going to do my next one, glue, boom, 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 right there. And it gets lined up with these lines again, and this middle part goes right there. And then my last one, boom, 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 gets lined up right there. And I've got my center done now. Okay, so I've got 4 pieces in that center. The next thing we're going to do is layer 2. Now, layer 2, we've got 8 prairie points, and they're made with 5-inch squares. So again, we do the same thing. You have your 5-inch square, fold it in half to make a rectangle, fold one corner down and the other corner down to make your prairie point. And now we're working with layer 2 for lining it right here. See where it says layer 2? We're going to work with that. Now I'm going to put 3 dots of glue on my triangles again, on my prairie points, except for the very first one that you put down. You're only going to put 2 dots of glue. 2 dots of glue right here and right here. This one you're not going to put any glue down because you want to be able to flip it up to slip something else underneath it. And again, watching these lines, minding the lines right here, all over, we're going to lay our next piece down right here. So glue, 1, 2, 3, right there. I'm going to line up, because here's my layer 2 right there. I'm going to line up layer 2. Got it? Here it is again, layer 2. I'm going to do it right. See, I lost my spot. Wait a minute. There we go. Layer 2. Is that right? Yeah, that is. Okay. And then my last one right here. Yep, right there. I'm going to go ahead and put that one down right there. Layer 2. Get my little lines lined up. And because it's that last one, I can pop this up and tuck it right underneath there. And you can see how the little star now shows up. I had to move that over a little bit because I didn't have it in the right spot. So you can see that star right in the middle. And because you're basting it, each little dot with the basting glue, you're not going to have to worry about them shifting around as you continue to build. So I've done that one. It's time to go to layer 3. Layer 3, I'm going to do this again. This time I'm working on the layer 3, which is this line right here. I'm already glued down. So see this line right here, layer 3, there's layer 4. So layer 3 is right underneath it right there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to glue down. Where is it? Here it is. The first one, I'm going to leave this open, but I'm going to put a dot of glue here and here. And then all the other ones get a dot of glue on the bottom. And I'm going to line up layer 3, just like this. And I'm paying attention to have my lines line up. Okay. See my lines? That's going to be important in a minute. I'm going to show you why. And then I have this one right here. Did I do that right? No, I don't feel like I'm done right. Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, that's why. Layer 3. Layer 3 goes right there. Okay. I went to layer 4 accidentally. So there's layer 3. Here is the next one lining up right there. And it tucks right underneath it. So you can see you've got now 3 stars, 1, 2, 3. The other thing, when you're picking fabrics for this, you want a high contrast fabric. You don't want stuff that all blends together. It can be out of the same fabric line, but you want the dark and light shades of whatever fabric you're working on, because you want these stars to stand out. You don't want them to all kind of melt into each other, right? Then the last layer that we're going to do now, you're going to cut this a little bit differently. The last layer you're going to make 4 of the prairie points like you did before, where it's the triangle. You start off with a square, then you fold it to make a rectangle, then you fold the corners in. Here's your regular prairie point. And then you're going to make 4 prairie points that are made a little bit larger. This is a 6-inch. And instead of folding it in half like this, you're going to fold it point to point like this. So it makes a big triangle. Okay. Then from there, you're going to get each point on the corners and fold them into the middle. So you're still making a prairie point, but it's a square shape when it finishes instead of a triangular shape. And this square shape is what's going to go in the corners. So I am going to take this now. I have a square one here. Again, we're not going to put glue on the bottom one right here, the one that we start with, but on everything else, it's going in the 4 corners. So you've got, or the 3 corners, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to line up with layer 4 right here, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to use a square one for this bottom right here and lining up my center lines. Don't forget to do that. Here's my other one, going to my outer marking, lining it up. Okay, this is fun to make. Even if you're not a sewer, you can give it to the kids to put together, and then you can do whatever sewing has to be done. And then here's the other last one right there. It goes in your corner, just like that, getting my lines, tucking it in. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how pretty that is. So the next thing you're going to do when you've gotten this far is you're going to stabilize all of this by using your monofilament or invisible thread. Now, when you use invisible thread, you don't want to put this in your bobbin. You only want it in the top of your machine. The bobbin gets regular cotton, whatever you want to use for matching your background, or on this one, it's going to be on the inside right here. So it really doesn't matter what you're going to use, but you're not going to put invisible thread into your bobbin because it's a little bit elasticy, not much, just enough to jack around with your bobbin. Oh my gosh, you will be pulling your hair out when you use that if you're using this in your bobbin. So just use it on your top thread, on your top machine. So with your invisible thread, now you are going to stitch right in between the lines. You are going to stitch in the ditch right in between the lines right here, all the way down, just like that. Then you're going to stitch right here, all the way across. Okay. Then you're going to go on the diagonal, stitch in the ditch, just like this. Okay, stitch in the ditch right here. You see why now it was important to do all the lining up with your center lines. So now that I have stitched in the ditch right there across all those lines, it's nice and secure. So I don't have to worry about any of them falling out, even though you have those little dots of glue. Next thing you're going to do is get a 9-inch piece of batting. You don't have to use Insel Bright, because if you could feel this yourself, it is very thick. It does not need Insel Bright in there. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to use it right here. So you're going to use the 9-inch batting just like this, and your backing, your 9-inch backing, just like this, okay? You're going to take that and put your pattern right on top, right there. And now that I've got it right on top, you're going to stitch all the way around just like this, okay? Right along the edge, like 1/8 of an inch away on the edge. So that is going to hold all your edges down at that point where you've stitched it all around. Once you've done that, you're going to come in, cut it up on the edges to clean it all up. And it's ready for you to now come in and stitch all the way around the star. See where I did the stitching right there? I did it about an eighth of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch away from the edge. I actually did it 2 times because the first time I did it, I was about half an inch away and I decided it was too big. I didn't like it. So I came back in and did it a little bit closer. So stitch all the way around. You can see probably, yeah, you can see the stitching right there. See the stitching right there. And put your binding on and you're done. So once you've cut it all out, you stitched around the edges, you can put your binding on and you're all done. So let me show you something that I will be demonstrating. If you're in town, you want to make sure to come over. We have a demo every weekend. You want to be sure to come on over, especially May 18th, because I'm going to be demoing this binding. And you say, what's so great about that binding? Well, I've got a green binding with the black flange. You see the binding right there, green with the black flange. Look what color it is on the back. Look at the binding. It's a red binding. So I've got a double-sided binding with a flange, and I will be demoing that on May 18th for you to come see it. In the meantime, you've got this hot pad that is just so cute. Once you start doing them, you kind of want to show that, make one for all your friends and family. They're easy to do and they make beautiful gifts, especially when you're using up some of your scraps. And you can change all the colors. You don't have to do it like all the same color all the way around. If you change up all the colors, you're going to have something more like this where it's a different color all the way around. So you can see that this one had the, oops, sorry. You can see this one has the orange and then the yellow and green, blue, purple. So you can change them up if you want to, if you want to make it a little bit scrappier. So yes, this is our PlumEasy hot pad. And it is a folded star that you can make this either square like this, or we have the round patterns as well, because you just trim it up and you make it round instead of square. Yay! Did y'all enjoy that? I hope so. I enjoyed teaching you all. So thank you. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. I love making these. We sold out over the weekend and I got some more in today. So we're ready to start making more. I am Tisha Copeland at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store. This is What's New Wednesday, which we do every Wednesday at 1 o'clock on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 1. Bye.